They said, how dare you? How could you? And you set us up for failure, and how we supposed to live. And we don't want to have to work. It's y'all's fault that we have to work. It's not fair. We value our minds. And what is the Sunday thing called? Sizzling Sunday or whatever, when it's time to go back to work. And then they're out here talking about we value our mental health. Child, I don't think y'all do. But we'll see what they got to say today. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. This is a TikTok thread of Gen Z, basically. Kofa. Shout out to Kofa. Sunday Scaries. These are adults talking about the Sunday Scaries on a Sunday before it's time to go back to school. But they think Generation X is their problem. I don't think so, child. I don't think so. Let's hear it.
A Gen Xer will work a job for 25 years under a manager or supervisor who made their life or tried to make their life hell for 23 of those years, just so they can have a secure retirement in 2 more years. Gen Z will walk into a job and quit after 25 minutes if it costs them their mental health or peace. Go Gen Z. A Gen Xer will work a job for 25 years under a manager or supervisor who made their life or tried to make their life hell for 23 of those years, just so they can have a secure retirement in 2 more years. Gen Z will walk into a job and quit after 25 minutes if it costs them their mental health or peace. Go Gen Z.
That's a flex, y'all. I'm going to walk in there, and if I don't like it, I'm going to quit after 25 minutes. Cool, do that. What I got to do with us? Do it. So then when you get on here and you start doing beg talk, we're going to laugh at you, okay? Because I'm just trying to understand how these people expect to live if they don't work and make money. Oh, that's where you sassy straights come in. You're supposed to these are the people that want you to take care of them because you ain't shit. You're supposed to take care of them. Y'all supposed to make 6 figures, the 666s, and then y'all are supposed to take care of them, okay? Allegedly, that's the plan, okay? I don't know, but it sounds a little crazy to me. Now, these people always, when they talk about what Generation X went through, they always talk about it as downtrodden. It was a hard time. You stressed out. You wasn't this, you wasn't that. Like they was there. Like they know, right? She said just to have a retirement. She said just to have a retirement. Like she's talking about ordering a pizza. Just to have a retirement. Ma'am, what are you supposed to do all your life? Just be on TikTok? This is what you're supposed to do with your life? I guess that's what they thinking, y'all. Anyway, I guess she told us. Oh, this ain't got no sound.
I got a question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
So today I saw a video.
All right, now.
Mom, what are you doing? Okay, guys, my mom just got back from work. Mom, tell them what you just told me.
Shout out to Mom. Sassy Straights. Look, and you see the background too. This is a good background. She look good. Don't be saying that. I don't be sending y'all good looking women. Look at her. Don't tell me she ain't good looking.
Now you're putting me on the spot.
She thinks her generation is the best.
Gen X.
And Gen Z is bad.
For the win. I didn't say Gen Z was bad. I said Gen X is different. Gen Xers are different.
Gen Z's not great. Okay. She gonna sit up here talking about Gen Z's not bad. She hesitated on that. Not all of y'all. Enough of y'all, though. Enough of y'all are lazy. The lazy generation, however y'all saying that. So what she's saying is she's weak. In the last video, absolutely. But they covet that type of stuff. So I love it. Because then they get on TikTok whining and complaining, so make it make sense. They don't want to work. They lazy. That's the bottom line. Speaking of, shout out to Gen Z. Thank you, Celine. She said Gen Z is a generation of settling in situationships and unclear intentions. Child, you better be careful. You sounded like you might be Generation X around here, even though we know you're not.
Because we were latchkey kids. Because we had to learn to be self-reliant and self-sufficient at a very young age. Because for many of us, our parents were younger parents, so they were so busy trying to do their own things and provide for the family that they didn't really have the same amount of time to invest in us as, for example, I'm investing in you. And so we had to really learn to do a lot of things on our own. Also, we have more access to technology. We have more access to things that we know now are more health conscious, that are more brain conscious, that are more body conscious, that are health related. So all of those things. And also, I think, unlike our parents, and I'm going to say women specifically, who may have felt like they had to give everything to their kids. And so then their jar is empty and they have nothing to give to themselves. I think that Gen Xers have learned that we have to give to ourselves and pour into ourselves so that we can be better for our kids. So self-care in this generation, I think, is really important for my generation. Self-care. And I think we have now passed that on to your generation. And so now you are more into
self-care.
Self-care and all those things. So that's the thing that I said.
Do you think Gen Z is tough? Do you think we're strong? I guess a no.
That is a no. Shout out to the hesitation. She's just trying to be nice to her son. I guess I could deal with him, even though this hair I'm looking like I'm crossing the street. But yeah, she looks like she raised a good young man. Shout out to her.
I wouldn't say it's a no, but I would say that for many of us Gen X parents, there may have been a little more coddling because we had a little more maybe than our parents had. Do you know what I mean? But I have tried to teach you guys to be tough and to be strong. And there's certain things I've said I'm not going to do. You have to learn to do it yourself, or I'm not going to help you with this. I never want to see you fall. But sometimes you have to stumble in order to understand and learn on your own, right?
Yeah.
You know, a lot of them, they be out here talking about, oh, you just want to see us suffer. No, it's not about trying to see you suffer, but child, you got to learn. You got to learn to figure shit out and stand on your own 2 feet. Oh, no, that means suffering. That means you're supposed to just give it to me. Shout out to Rick James. You're just supposed to help me. Help yourself. Help yourself. How about that? If you have questions, then we can go ahead and help you with the answers to said questions. But no, that's not what they want to do. They just want you to give.
So, we can't give you everything because then that spoils the child and it makes it so that the bird that we're trying to kind of push out of the nest.
Well, I think I'm already spoiled.
And you got to flap your wings, but you can flap your wings and fly.
That's true. Mom, what?
You heard him say he's already spoiled, right? He already said that he's spoiled. I mean, look at this. Shout out to her and doing the damn thing. Of course he's spoiled. Child, I wish I had this above my cabinets, though. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's probably an arch into the living room. All right. I don't need that. Anyway.
Gen Z is the hardest working generation.
What?
And it's not even close. I see so many other generations.
Child, he just out here talking. Gen Z is the hardest working generation of whining and complaining.
Bashing us for being unemployed, not wanting to work. But the real problem is we can't work right now. I mean, we can, but it's hard for us.
We're the hardest working generation. We can work, but we can't because it's so hard.
The Wall Street Journal literally just posted, it is the worst job market in 5 years, and 5 years ago was COVID.
That settles it.
I mean, you're seeing college graduates with 3.8 GPAs from schools like Michigan and other huge schools that literally just can't get a job after applying to hundreds and hundreds of places.
You can't fix stupid.
As someone who graduated in May, I'm still looking for a job after 225 applications. I literally pay my rent off class action lawsuits when a company gets sued off the Pay Me app.
You do what?
So I'm literally stalking this Pay Me app to try to find when I can get my next paycheck and working as a local barista. So don't.
Child, what the hell is that? I gotta figure that out. Can we get up on that? He giving up some tea now. Hold on. I mean, I don't use the app. The Pay Me app? I never heard of it.
Get sued.
How come it can't be Cash App? I know I'm in on that one.
Off the Pay Me app.
You do what?
So I'm literally stalking this Pay Me app to try to find when I can get my next paycheck and working as a local barista.
That's a little creative, but I've never heard of that app before. Listen, not gay adjacent. Girl.
So don't say that we're not willing to work. We want to work. It's just hard for us.
225 different companies do not see you as employee material. You still blame somebody else? What? I ain't got nothing, man.
Here come the stitch. First of all, y'all are the generation known for it's everybody else fucking fault. Right? Y'all generation is most famous for smoking crack.
And crack. What?
That's what y'all. That's the reason why y'all call it the silent generation.
So we the silent generation. They couldn't have Googled this. So we the crack era, y'all. Goodbye, child. These people just be saying shit.
Cause y'all was too busy silent smoking crack. The generation of dodging responsibilities.
Crack. For real, cuz.
Yeah, right.
Did you forget about the internet? Or every fucking device you use to be able to survive today? Just saying. But yo, see, I checked out your content, right? And you got some little political commentary and all that. You got some little knowledge behind your shit. But how in the fuck is you gonna call us the silent generation? If you had brains, you know that was like Great Depression, post-World War II motherfuckers.
That's an easy ChatGPT look. Yo, they were eating Tide Pods. They were eating Tide Pods. Wow, you're absolutely right. That is hilarious. I totally forgot about that. Wow.
That ain't us. And then, dodging responsibility. Let me tell you about the responsibility that we had, right? We ain't gonna get all up on the water hoses and the latch keys and all that other shit. Yeah, that's what we did, but that's lightweight novelty. The responsibility that we had was so crazy, it will fold you. You will find your safe space, and we will invade it.
Bro, where's Gen X?
Gen X.
Here come the Stitch.
I am a proud member of Gen Z, but let's talk about the difference between Gen Z and Gen X because it's coming down to the point where people need to understand. Gen X is so straight cut. They are so straight to the book and are unwilling to try new things.
So now we unwilling to try new things, y'all? Wow, I didn't know that. Thanks, Zoe.
I mean, like, they wouldn't know if it hit them in the head that a new thing would save them hours a day. Gen Z, on the other hand, is all about embracing new things, finding new things to help them get through day to day or just implement into their life.
First,
I think she's getting the letters confused. Red Menace said Gen Z is the reason businesses have to put a sign that says extremely hot over a fireplace and a fireplace. Yes, that's a good analogy. DBS, you want to listen, don't get in it. Don't get in it. Trust me, you want to stay out of it. They want to blame us because they think we're all their parents when it's really the lower end of probably exes, but they blame everybody else. And they think that we feel guilty about the stuff that they say while not even taking a look at who the hell it is that you're talking about. Yeah, no, we don't feel guilty about none of this. None of it. You're an adult. You wanted to be an adult. You wanted to get out. You wanted to go out. You wanted to do what you wanted to do. You wanted to spend the money you wanted to spend on. Have at it. Enjoy yourself. Shout out to the Jacksons. Now, when that responsibility come back around, don't come home trying to say, but, nah, sis, sir, y'all out there spending money like there's no tomorrow, but complaining about capitalism. Make it make sense. Child. Random girl says, I'm so embarrassed to be Gen Z, a whole generation. Oh, of course we don't mean every single one, but enough, child, enough. Shout out to God of the Seas. No F's given. That actually should be the hashtag.
So, you sound lazy as fuck, okay? That's what I want to tell you. All the help that you need, like that shit sound lazy as fuck. That's your generation. But I really got to say something to this one, though. Strict. How the fuck is we strict? And we the ones who shattered the rules. We the ones who showed you motherfuckers how to be badasses. How about that? So yo, go back to that lazy ass safe space. And once again, leave Generation X the fuck alone. Because if you want to see strict, we will strictly hop on your ass fast. And that's real.
Yo, his caption says Gen X versus Gen Z. This looks like the fourth video. It says they keep coming with that Gen Z-ish. So that's the reason why we got to do this, because they won't shut the hell up. You're going to come for us. We're going to come back. That's it. That's all. That's what we're doing.
They just don't make them like they used to, young people. What's it like being born in the same century as Theodore Roosevelt? Oh, you want to have a roast battle? At least my generation doesn't eat Tide Pods. At least my generation...
Shout out to whoever just said that. Shout out to whoever just said that. I apologize. I forget that quick. I totally forgot. Tide Pod eaters. The Tide Pod. Oh, maybe we should call them the Tide Pod generation. When I do the title, maybe I should do Gen Z equals the Tide Pod generation. Whoo, Lord.
Generation doesn't smoke when they're pregnant. At least my generation can read time on a clock with hands. At least my generation can convert a file to PDF without giving our computer aids. At least my generation had rap and hip-hop music you could actually understand the words in. At least my generation cares about work-life balance. My generation had real metal vehicles. At least my generation didn't eat lead paint. At least my generation wasn't addicted to tablets. At least my generation isn't mentally deteriorated from drinking nothing but water from the water hose.
Not our minds is deteriorated because we was drinking from the water hose. Child.
That was the best tasting water. You take that back. Listen, we should set aside our differences and combine forces to take on the really old people. The really old people, who are they? The old people that wouldn't let women have a bank account and violently protested to keep schools segregated. Okay, but look, we got you, Gen Z, and we've got me, Gen X, but we need the millennials for this one. Yeah, I know how to call them. Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Is Bill Nye y'all's thing? Shout out to Legend in the building. I see you, boo. Is Bill Nye y'all's guy? I think one of my kids used to watch that. That's not my thing at all. Shout out to Bill Nye the Science Guy.
You know, a lot of people talk crap about Gen X, right? I'm a Gen Z. My parents are Gen X. I truly think Gen Z is going to be the new Gen X, right? Okay, hold your stones, okay? We live in a glass house, all right? Boomers raised Gen X, okay? And so for everyone who wants to, Gen X, do you just have beef with your parents? Because first of all, I love my parents, all right? I think they're cool. I'm not saying they're perfect, all right? Because nobody's perfect. But like, you know, you want to talk about every Karen is a Gen X. I see you in these comments. Oh, but that's not. Hope this helps. Baby, you're a modern day Karen.
All right, she's born.
Hey, Ange, I need to ask you for a favor today. Emma, it's Angela. I've told you that like 12 times today, but sure, how can I help you? Thanks, Ange. I'm really overstimulated today. I know it's Friday and it's only like 11 o'clock, but I'm going to need to leave early. I'm just overstimulated with all the work that I have to do. It's Angela, but if you leave early because you're overstimulated, that means I have to do your work because I'm the backup. Yeah, that would be great. I'll be back on Monday. Have a great weekend, Ange. It's Angela, and I don't want to do your work. Hey, Ange.
Y'all, I got called out at work today for having a period at the end of my Teams message. A period. One of my Gen Z coworkers, she's like, you need to stop putting the period at the end of your messages. I'm like, what are you talking about, period? She's like, yeah, it's considered aggressive. Aggressive? When did proper grammar become aggressive thing in this world? When? I will double space, ellipses, and hyphenate till the day I freaking die.
Exactly.
Y'all are not going to make it.
Didn't we talk about they don't like the stop sign or the U-turn sign because it offends the ABCDs or something? Child, if y'all don't go live in your own fucking world, because just like her, I'm not changing shit. I'm not changing a GD thing to appease a bunch of lazy ass Tide Pod eaters. Never ever, no way. Never ever. I'm not doing the what is it called? Name your pronouns. I'm telling you, these jobs be like, you have to name your pronouns. And I said, no, I don't. I'm not doing that. It's not that serious of a thing. It's actually stupid. I love Roseanne. I used to love watching Roseanne. I still do. It's still my opinion. The number one sitcom that ever was about true real life, dark and gritty sometimes, but good, the way it should be. I don't disagree with you. I did like that show. But now you're not allowed to like it. If you're black, you're not allowed to like it because black people don't like white people anymore, okay? It's not allowed. It's in the code, FYI.
Here come the stitch.
Bro, I hate when people be talking about, oh, this generation don't do this generation don't do that. And I'll be thinking like, bro, do y'all not study history? Did y'all not take a history course in school? Because what generation do y'all want to go back to? Do y'all want to go back to the generation of the Holocaust? Do y'all want to go back to the generation of slavery?
Not the generation of the Holocaust and the generation of slavery. All right, Wonder Bread. All right, well, you good. Well, I can't talk to you then. My bad. It's in the code. Shout out to JP in the building. I appreciate you, boo. He said, get your people in. Hold on. I gotta make it bigger. Pause. Get your people involved to Dan Moore acting a fool. As your newfound campaign manager, I'm needing you to run for governor of Maryland. They don't want me governor of Maryland. They don't want me governor, nor do they want me mayor. I'm just saying. The video that I show in the beginning is courtesy of JP. All my hoes demonetized. He made that video for me from that rant a week ago. Shout out to you, boo. Shout out to everybody that is here. Please make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe if you are new. Yeah, not to mention that the Holocaust was in Germany. Child, these people just be saying shit. They just gotta just talk for some reason.
Do y'all want to go back to crack in the 80s? What generation do y'all be talking about that is so much better than ours? Like, I'm so confused.
Don't be. It's Generation X. Easy as that. It's not conceited. We confident. But I'm gonna get to that later. Let me get to you. It's apparent that you didn't pay any attention in history class. Because I didn't know they had a slavery, crack, and Holocaust generation. I thought those were like events.
That is crazy. Imagine if there was something called the slavery generation. The crack generation. Maybe it was a crack generation. Not a generation, but maybe. Are these the products of crackheads? Is that what's going on? I think I've asked this before. Are these people, Generation Z, the product of the crackheads that was cracking it up? Because for the most part, my youngest, like I said, is older. She's right on the cusp of the X and Z. I'm sorry, Y and Z, and the other one is a Y. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's what it is.
That happened during time periods? I don't know. It could just be me. But check it out, though. We don't come fucking with y'all.
Not at all.
That's what you have to realize. See,
listen, for those that weren't here, the reason we do this, the reason that we do this is because Generation Z won't keep X out their damn mouth. They will not. And I'm never going to forget the heifer that said that Generation X grandparents ain't shit because we won't watch their kids for a weekend while they go party in Miami. It says that we ain't shit because we not like our parents who watched our kids. They talking like they was here. They don't know what they talking about, but always talking. Oh, so that's what y'all gonna do? We'll fight back. Don't even worry about it. And the difference is that y'all are the ones that's going to be more hurt than we are because we don't give a damn. At the end of the day, y'all the ones that care about your feelings and get the Sunday scaries and say some dumb shit, especially as males to say the shit, low testosterone that you are, and go along with crap. Y'all can't even work 8-hour days. You got men in here that's working 75 hours a week at their ages of 40s and 50s. Y'all 20 years old and can't even do an 8-hour damn shift. Oh yeah, you want to talk shit? Y'all talk your shit, okay? Because we can talk too.
Generation, we laid back. We chill. Yeah, we find the fuck out, but you gotta make yourself find the fuck out. We're not just gonna run up on you. Nah. But when you do, we don't instigate. We finish.
Exactly.
It's easy as that. That's our generation. X to be exact. But yo, I'm not even gonna go into all the accomplishments and everything that we've done and all the shit that we do. Nah, I ain't gotta do that. I can just tell you about one thing. Just one that changed the world. The fucking internet. You don't get that yet? You looking at me right now on your fucking screen because of what? Us. Yeah.
That is true. That is true. They certainly didn't make all this technology. That's for damn sure. No respect. Y'all need to learn some respect, Generation Z. That's y'all's problem. You think you running shit. You can't even run yourselves to work. Everything is high. Everything is high. Y'all try and get $80 an hour to drop fries when we have $4.25 working at McDonald's and Burger King. Y'all think you're supposed to go there and make a living from the time that you step foot out of college. That ain't how it worked. But y'all still want to whine and complain and then act like y'all had it easy. Did we? Did we? You don't know what easy is.
Generation. We did that. Analog to digital. Cool. But let me tell you something, youngster. Your best bet is to get your shit straight before you come fucking with us And if you come fucking with us, you're not gonna win. You're not.
Walk around and find out.
My parents are not cousins.
All right, I don't like it.
One of the things that I want to say about my generation shitting on younger generations, I want my generation to look at the younger generation and say, are you really upset about how they're conducting themselves? Or are you upset that you didn't have the courage to say, this shit's stupid, I'm not doing it? Because
so Generation X, we didn't say this shit is stupid, we not doing it, Bueller? So just because we didn't say it out loud, does that mean that we weren't saying it, Bueller? Were we going around here putting up with bullshit, child? I mean, we did what our parents told us to do because we was going to get in trouble. That's a big difference because we didn't want to get kicked out, even though enough of us have, including myself. But we ain't got no problem with saying nothing about nobody, about nothing once we became adults, child. Because we know about plan A, plan B, and plan C. We know that we have to work in order to eat. We understand that you might have to have some shit, but ain't nobody putting up with all this shit because we'll just move the fuck on. Now, these people want to be influencers all day. They want to do what they want to do whenever they want to do it. And then they mad because we have houses. Oh. They mad because we have money. Oh. Now, how that work again? They always pocket watching. And now you got this ninja over here talking about we didn't say we're not going to do shit. We said plenty of times and we say it today. I ain't doing that shit. I ain't dealing with that shit. We might not necessarily use those words because we have to be professional because we do understand that we do still want the job, but we can still get the point across without cursing someone out or without quitting. We can get our point across. You all can't do that, meaning Z's. Y'all have the Sunday scaries. As a whole ass adult, I would never say I got the Sunday scaries. That sounds like you're about to poop yourself or something. And y'all think that shit is good. We pride ourselves on our mental health. Our mental health. Child, y'all ain't even barely got any mental with half of the things that y'all are saying. Half of it don't make no damn sense. Gonna sit up here and try to be like, oh, we wasn't putting up with it. There's plenty of shit I didn't put up with. Still don't. Forever will be that way. Just like I said, I'm not doing that pronoun shit. No, I'm not doing it. At work, I'm not doing it. Leave me alone. Get out my face. There's two genders. You can't say that. Who can't say that? Who? Two. Y'all don't like that. You're fat, you're skinny, you're in between. Y'all don't like that. It is what it is. We can drive a stick shift. Most of us, I'm sure. Y'all don't even know what a stick shift is, chat. Read an analog clock. Can y'all do that? Can y'all do that? I'm thinking
this
no.
Is amazing.
Y'all over here eating Tide Pods and you want to sit up here and talk about us? Yo, I swear we probably did eat lead though, y'all. Because they didn't get rid of lead paint until I think 1974. We was probably breathing in all this lead. We were in cars and weren't required to have seat belts. I mean, the car had seat belts. We just wasn't required to wear them. Y'all gotta be strapped the fuck in. We just dealt with it. We didn't need Ritalin and whatever the hell else that they say. You know, we can be our age now and go to the gym and work out. Y'all need Ozempic. Y'all need help with everything. Y'all whine about everything. You do know how to be whores though. Y'all certainly got that down pat. You know how to be whores. You know how to get on camera and cry and whine. And then when no one gives a damn about it, then you cry. We love those videos. Don't we love crying in the car, y'all? We love crying in the car videos. Keep it up. I appreciate them. Shout out to JP. He said clothes fold fun for Generation X. Shut up. I do have a load to do though. 2 loads that I have to fold. Shut up, jackass. Ass Jack, my bad. Night Jade, I appreciate you. She said, this is dumb. I'm going home to play Mario. Deuces. Shout out to Mario Brothers. Pac-Man, Mrs. Pac-Man, Frogger, Tetris. All those good games. What do these people play? They play GTA in real life, and then people come around talking about, you shouldn't talk about your own people. What are you talking about? I'm thinking there's a parenting problem, of which we didn't have issue. I mean, we didn't like it, but we certainly had to listen, right? Y'all don't believe in parenting your damn kids, so they out here wilding out. Now we're supposed to just accept that? Y'all, please. Fuck y'all, fuck your kids, okay? Fuck them kids. We do not care. I don't. Reaper, thank you, boo. He said for the wash and dry. Goodbye. Hit the like button. Goodbye. Y'all hit the like button before we subscribe if you are new. Well, see, I thought this was Tatum at first.
Because there's a lot of, see, they don't understand. They don't appreciate hard work. No one fucking does. We're literally the only species that does this stupid shit. We're the only species in the entirety of nature that goes, I should work 70 hours a week so that I can have the minimum level of shelter and food. And in fact, I could work 40 hours a week plus, but if I only make minimum wage, I still can't afford the minimum shelter and food by myself.
So I don't know who he's pandering to, but clearly it's someone, because the part that he's not saying is that we got married. So we combined incomes, and these people don't do that. They want to be strong and independent and show and prove every day that they are neither strong nor independent. Somebody just said something. Let me see if I can find a comment, because they said that Generation Z are the ones who have 100 bodies by the time they're 21. That's y'all. Shout out to you, whoever said that. I can't find a comment. Shout out to ya for that wonderful thing, for being known as whores, being on the internet saying it freely because you think that shit is cute. Then when no man wants y'all and don't want to get married, then you're like, where did all the men go? And then you're upset about that. Patricia says she's a baby boomer and she works 60 hours a week. Imagine sitting up here saying that working is a problem as a man who looks like he's probably Generation X. How do you say that? How do you say that to people that can't even work 40 hours a week? And then someone that is twice their age or more is working 60 and 70 hours, and they want to make that seem like it's a negative. How the hell do y'all live? And then you don't combine incomes. You don't get married. They're not telling the fact that we, not only did we get married, we combined incomes and then we built things. They just think houses just came out of the blue and they cost 55 cents and we just went down there for a sale. Don't even be looking at the shit. Just be saying shit. That ain't even true. That's crazy. Prince says Gen X invented breakdancing. They make TikTok dances. Life is Good said, exactly, that was insane. She was like, I found a cute apartment, but you didn't send the final paperwork, so they moved on from you. They can't finish anything without somebody reminding them to do something. Like, you got that whole ass phone in your hand and you can't even set a reminder. You can't even tell Siri or whatever the other phone uses. Whatever the other phone is. I don't know what it is. I ain't got that. Uncle Rick in the building. He said, crying about how it ain't gonna change it. Take your ass to work. Basic to them is a $500,000 house with vaulted ceilings and vacations whenever they want. Exactly. The priorities are all effed up. But y'all, if that y'all want it, good luck to y'all. Alone, going into debt, of which we've seen, we about to move on in a second. Going into debt and then crying and whining and blaming your parents instead of listening, because you don't want y'all would rather troll, because I had to turn it on subscribers mode. Clearly they still here. Y'all would rather troll than to listen to what's being said.
This is amazing.
You worrying about tone like when Kevin Samuels was alive. Rest in peace to the Godfather. Instead of listening. And if you all think that it makes sense that people who are young and what is it called? They got more. What is it called, child? When you're young, metabolism on fleek, and you think that it makes sense for them to whine and cry, especially males, about working? What is going on? What are you supposed to do? Who's supposed to take care of these people? I'm confused. Who? Not I. If my kids ain't got no reason for coming home, you're not coming home. No, because you want to be irresponsible. And then you think you're supposed to come home? They've both come home already. There is no more coming home. There is no more coming home. You've cashed those checks already. Figure it the fuck out. I'm telling you. But they don't want to hear that. They think everything is hardline because you ask questions, because you tell them you need to have a plan. You need to stop spending money. You need to cut back here. You need to work more. You need to work. How are males, women, female, misandrous, biatches, whores, how do you complain about what men don't do and you co-sign them not working? Just because they're in a Generation Z? so they don't have to work, and then you get out here complaining about you can't find a provider man. They don't work. How are they going to provide for you? They're not providing for yourself, and you are co-signing it. You're co-signing it. So you're going to freaking have a bunch of men that don't do shit, and then you're complaining that there's no men. You are co-signing that shit. Your ass need to work too. You need to have responsibility. You need to be able to do something if your significant other is not able to. You need to contribute. No, they just think they're going to find one of y'all who they're complaining about right now. Coach Greg Adams is a Generation X. Shout out to him. I think he's in Japan. So he's over there ready to spend money on y'all because you're just whores. And then you want to take him up on that. No shade. Shout out to him. And then he moves on to the next one, moves on to the next one. And you're like, well, what about me? No, this ain't no permanent thing. Y'all have created it. I'm not even saying Generation Z created this, but you're participating in this shit. You're doing this to your own detriment. I thought women, y'all supposed to be feminists, all for women, doing the damn thing. We the best. No man can touch us. We make more money than men. That's your mantra. That's your mantra. Probably learned from your mamas. Now all of a sudden you don't want to work because of the Sunday scaries. You don't want to work. You don't want to work for 50. What is it? Y'all said $17 an hour is the minimum wage when our minimum wage was $4.25. See, y'all don't look into anything. You just assume. You don't really know. You assume. You assume. You don't know what you're talking about. And you look crazy every day. And we're going to continue to talk about you because we're not your problem. You are your problem. You are your problem. The laziest generation that ate Tide Pods. Like, come on now. Come on now. What are y'all doing? You want to sit in front of you want to sit in a car, if it's your car, and turn on the camera and start crying. Y'all want to get in a car and make a video in a car and start crying. And then turn around talking about TikTok don't pay enough. Well, I guess you better do something else then. Child, these people crazy. These people crazy. Thank you, JP. Said ADHD meds, LTM, bitch made Gen Z fun. That's that Generation Z in a nutshell. ADHD, needing meds. Because didn't y'all say that invest in depression medication? LTM, low testosterone males, and y'all, they're bitch made men. Men. It is what it is. What else he's saying?
Not that bright. We are convincing ourselves we are. So my generation looks at the young, y'all don't want to work. I don't fucking want to work. Who want?
Nobody wants to work, but what is the alternative? I'm confused. This man sounds crazy too. I'm ashamed of him to be an Xer. He says nobody wants to work. So what's the alternative? So what's the alternative? So he's co-signing, not working. Exactly, Gemini. BMM for sure. What is the alternative? I love it. I love it. Wow.
To work. I want to eat.
How do you eat if you don't work? Anybody? Bueller? Can anybody tell us? Bueller? Jess said, I had to learn to budget my money and it helps a lot. Something that we were taught? Yes, absolutely. How to write the stuff in the savings passbook, how to write it in your checkbook, how to deduct it, the ledger, subtract and add in when you get a deposit, all that. He said, I like to eat. Clearly.
So I have to work. No one wants to work. And so the fact
he's playing semantics. He's playing semantics. Oh, because you say you want to work. All right, you can use whatever word you want. The bottom line is you don't work, you don't eat.
The Gen Z has gone, I don't need a 7 Series BMW. I don't need a 6 Series, the Tesla Model S. They could all.
That is exactly what they say. That is exactly what they want. It's exactly what he just said. Teslas, what is that sports car called? A Hemi, something like that. I think it's a Mustang, if I'm not. A Hemi, something like that. That's exactly what they want. So that they can get on the internet and show everybody. Because all they want to do is brag about shit and don't want to do shit in order to get shit. They want you sassy straights to take care of it.
I don't need any of that.
Kids.
I don't need kids. That seems like a bad decision if I already don't have money. Like they like, well, if you don't want kids, don't fuck. That's cool. I don't want my personal relationships to be defined by that. Like Gen Z is so
cool.
interesting.
Just delete Snapchat.
They just delete Snapchat. No more dicks. Boom. Boom. There it is.
Coming for Kyrie today.
I'm sorry, man. You have been one of the things.
I don't understand. Yeah, a Hellcat. Yeah, it's a Hellcat. Okay, thank you, child. Something. That's what they want. That's what they was buying during the pandemic. I'm telling you what the problem is. There was already a problem, but the pandemic happened and the government was taking care of them. And that's why you got Ma'am Danby and the girl in Portland elected, because they think it's going to go back to that. That was a moment in time. You ain't never going to see it again. I don't know why they can't get over it. Remember, everybody was at home. Everybody was working from home. They was doing the on internet because everybody was home. So everybody was making a lot of money. Are we going to tell the truth for shame the devil? That's exactly what was going on. Then whoredom started. Well, it didn't start, but it went to a higher level because of OF. Remember when they tried to take OF down and they just about jumped off of the curb and died? Then they kept it. So then they got more whorish. And then the pandemic came to the end. You know why the pandemic came to an end? Because they said it was home and a house bored. And they wanted to get back out. So the job said, that's good. Come on back to work. And then it was like, oh, no, we don't want that. Y'all wanted to complain. And it's time to go back to work. And they want to stay that way. They want the max on unemployment and the stuff that was on top of the unemployment. And you don't have to pay for rent. And you don't have to pay for electric. And you don't have to pay for student loans. And it's a great time when you ain't got no responsibilities. I promise you, y'all. These people thought it was going to last forever. They had a good 3 to 4 years of that, and they don't know how to snap out of it. I'm telling you. They out here buying cars that was worth $80,000. How the hell you buying a car in the midst of someone saying that you don't have to pay for anything? But they did also say you're going to have to pay for it at some point. They definitely said that. I remember. You don't have to pay that mortgage, child, but it's going to be due or you got to refinance. They's out here buying cars that cost $100,000, houses, sight unseen, moving to other countries. And then when they said, yeah, it's time to come back in, they was like, what am I supposed to do? I live in Asia. Better get your ass back to the United States or you are fired. I'm telling you, y'all, I'm telling you. No brain power or very little brain thought process on this shit. They thought it was going to last forever. And they didn't like people telling them what to do when they said you had to stay in the house board in the house and I'm in the house board. They said you had to stay in the house. And they said, yeah, no, we want to go out now. We don't want to wear a mask no more. Everybody started getting defiant. So they said, all right, look like they say we done with the C-19. So they cut it off. They said, all right, we done with it. And they said, bring your ass back. And yes, hold on. And they was taking out these PPP loans. And I'm not going to say that's just Z. There was a lot of people, was taking out PPP loans. I don't know why they thought they was going to fool the government. I don't know why they thought they didn't have to turn back or give the money back to the government or they wasn't going to get caught. They was getting millions and millions of dollars. They was out there traveling, buying Hemi Hellcats or whatever it's called in big ass trucks that cost $150,000. And then it was over. It's not fair. The economy sucks. But the economy does suck when people stop giving you money. And yet now you think that Mayor Ma'am Danby is going to save you. We here for it, child. We here for it. We will watch. I'm telling you, that's what it is. But let me go over to this other thing. How long has it been? 2.5 hours? All right, let me go on over here. Let's look at this goofy story, and then we'll go to another story. Hold on. Let's go to this one first. So I just saw this on the blogs, and I found it. One Truth says, yes, getting rich off of PPP loans. And then you know what they were saying? Well, the companies and the corporations didn't have to pay theirs back. This is why they hate corporations, y'all. Okay? If you remember, the corporations, the businesses, so that they wouldn't go out of business and because they can still be able to sustain and then they can bring people back to work because, people do need to go back to work so they can make the money so they can pay the bills, right? They set up there and they, for the most part, enough of them, they gave them money back or they waived the money, however, whatever they did, that they didn't have to pay it back or they had to pay back less. So all these people that stole, did fraud, lied, did all these things when the rules were clear. The rules were clear because I got one, not a big one. I got the one where it was free and I ain't had to pay it back. The rules were clear. They just made shit up. And then all of a sudden it's like, but they got there, they didn't have to pay it back. Well, you lied. Well, you lied. And you didn't have any employees and you didn't have a business. And you was down there in the Caymans and you was down there in the Caribbean and you was over there in Alaska and you was over there. And you was buying this and buying that and buying this and buying that. And now you think that you shouldn't have to pay it back because you saw a corporation didn't have to pay it back? What job are you offering? How many people are you hiring? They don't want to look at that part. They don't want to look at that part. I'm telling you, they still living in that delusion land. And somebody need to tell them, child, that shit is over and done with. It ain't coming back. Grow up. They ain't trying to hear it. They may have been what? Let's say they was like 16, 17. They didn't get to graduate high school. They was all pissed off about that. Child, you are alive, right? Because we didn't know in the beginning what was what. Then probably moved out, got an apartment or something, or moved in with friends because ain't nobody had to pay nothing. So it was fun times. Good times. These are the good times, right? Then it was like, we didn't have to pay nothing. Let's go on vacation. We're going on vacation. Let's go to Miami. Let's go here. Let's go there. They was going, wearing masks on the plane, all of that. Then they said they was bored. So then they said, we'll go back to work. They ain't like that part. And they still don't like it. The C19 times are never coming back. Get over it and get over yourselves. Your ass has got to work if your ass want to eat. That's as simple as that. Ta-da. Or they got a new BBL, child. Yes, they was doing all this crazy stuff. All of it. TD, I appreciate you, boo. He said, talking about the need to teach financial literacy in school. Woo. So they need a class to teach them. They need to pay their bills. And with these people, sometimes with some of these things, I can't even blame their moms. They know better. They just love that C19 time. I'm telling you, they love that time. I loved it. After I knew we weren't going to die, I loved it too. Okay. Make this money, child. They over there getting on TikTok, dancing to Meg Thee Stallion. You know that's when she got popular because they was doing that dance. I forget what that damn song was called. Because everybody was home doing the damn dance. Everybody was getting popular off of TikTok. Everybody was making all this money, and they just thought it was going to last forever. Yeah, well, people had to get back out there, and they stopped watching all this social media the way that they used to, and the money has changed. But can't tell people something that they don't want to hear, just like you can't make a racist not be racist, and you can't tell a pro-black what really is the truth, whether they want to believe it or not. So fuck them. Shout out to JP, appreciate you. He said, put 5 in the chat for Messi 2028. Shout out to you, boo. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Y'all hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. All right. So this girl was on the blogs because she was asking if she was tripping because she waited for a man in his car while he went to work. Does it sound silly? Of course it does. Let's hear it.
Oh, y'all, I'm currently sitting in this man's car while he at work. And this is our first time hanging out. But, so, yesterday, we had already planned shit out because this just made the most sense. But he had figured out that he could come in for like an hour and a half, and basically get paid for a full day's of work, time and a half. So I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I don't. Go ahead, do your shit. I won't want you to miss out on your money. Like, it makes sense. Just go get it, and then it's fine. I'll just wait in the car. Already, I don't know if that sounds fucking insane for me to be saying that. Now it just sounds crazy coming out of my mouth, but I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, fast forward today. So we get some food. And then after that, he was like, I want to go in the mall. So we went in the mall. Like, oh, they got a sale, buy one, get one free on the candles. So we go in the candle store. I assumed like he was going to buy one and give me the free one. Maybe I'm crazy for assuming that he bought the 2 candles for him. And it's not even that big of a deal. I just thought like, am I tripping for not tripping? You know, that's what I'm just trying to see. He was like, let's go in the shoe store. We went in the shoe store. And he ended up getting himself some shoes. At the end of him trying on his shoes, when he was about to get up and go pay, he was like, you see anything you like? But at that point, it's just like, you waited so long. I was just like, no. Like, I just didn't say nothing. And it wasn't even with an attitude or nothing. It was just like, I'm not really. And now, I'm sitting in this car. waiting for him. He said he's gonna be done in like an hour and a half, and then he just texted me right now and said it might be a little bit longer because some shit happened. So I'm like, bitch, how long you finna be sitting in this fucking car? Like, okay, I said an hour, hour and a half. What if this shit turned into 3 hours? And he did hint that earlier, like I could go drive his car, like to go, I don't know. I'm dumb, all right? I'm dumb. I shouldn't even agree to this. Is this dumb? I don't know. Should I be tripping? I don't know.
And we supposed to be worried about this generation? Y'all, we know there is no settling. There is absolutely, these people said that they don't settle, and they settling every day. At the end of the day, when all of you biatches are talking about the man gotta make more, he gotta step up, it's not right, it's not fair, oh my God, you're poor, you're a bum, crusty, dusty, rusty, ashy. We're not gonna settle. No settling. We're not gonna settle. No settling. Not gonna settle. No settling. Not gonna settle. No settling. Not gonna settle. Hey, not gonna settle. Got a new song, y'all. Anyway. Child, there's more settling going on than a little damn bit. And y'all, why would you put this on the internet? Because these people want everyone to know their dumbass business and the dumbass things that they do. And then when we talk about them, then we the problem? No, you're the problem. Why you put this out here? Yes, you're dumb. You look crazy. You look stupid. Why are you sitting in that man's car? Just sitting there at work. How desperate are you? Why wouldn't you just say, give me the keys? Well, I hope you got the keys at least, child. And just go home. At minimum, go home. Go to the mall, get a credit card, and go get some lunch or something. You just sitting in the car. If that don't seem desperate, then I don't know what does. But nobody's settling. If this ain't settling, then what is it? And then you're putting it on the damn internet. So what we gonna do with this? Talk about you. TD, I appreciate you. Said that's why Meg can't make a hit now. We ain't in the house bored and just listening to anything anymore. We ain't in the house bored no more, so they was just listening to anything back then, huh? Anything was a hit. Meg out here taking straight. Shout out to TD. I believe you. I believe you. That's why they got to get more and more ratchet. I think it was called Savage, Sassy, Bougie, Ratchet. I think that's what the song was that they was all dancing to that made her popular, if I'm not mistaken. Rachel, thank you, boo. I appreciate you. She says Gen Z grew up with no rules. Parents are friends, participation trophies, lacks laws equal. Pew pew laws equal school, pew pew incidents. Yes, okay. Pew pew laws equal school, pew pew incidents. Now they want to be YouTube creators, live like rich reality stars for free, blaming Generation X. That's about what it is. I agree. They got the participation trophies, just like you said, which is the other thing, which is why they come out here with these stories, y'all. That's really the reason why, because everybody validated their funky ass feelings. Y'all know damn well didn't nobody give a damn about none of our feelings. And then they wonder why we are of the we don't give a fuck type of time. Because then nobody give a fuck about us. So why the hell you think anybody cares about your shit? Just get your shit done and shut the shit. Nope. Everybody got to know because everybody's supposed to care and everybody's supposed to come and everybody's supposed to help. Help your damn self. This is exactly what it was. Yeah, then they got to, and listen, I'm not blaming them for school issues with the pew-pews, like you said. I think that's bullshit. That's been going on for too long, and somebody should have been handled that mess. I'm not even going to blame them for that. But the trauma that they have to live through from that, if they got to go through it, but then again, the rest of the world got to live through it too, because it happens every day, every place, and it's wild. Thank you so much, boo. Jess, appreciate you. She said that lip smacking got on my... to say the least. And that shit's supposed to be cute? That shit's supposed to be cute? She don't even realize it. She don't even realize it. Let's hear it again. I'm going to interrupt this time. Plus, look, nose ring, cheek ring, eyebrow ring. What'd I tell y'all? All these rings in the face.
So, y'all, I'm currently sitting in this man's car while he at work. And this is our first time hanging out.
This is the first time hanging out, and she's sitting in his car. That screams desperate to me.
But so yesterday we had already planned shit out because this just made the most sense. But he had figured out that he could come in for like an hour, hour and a half, and basically get paid for a full day's of work, time and a half. So I'm like, you know.
Okay, so he out there working. We're going to give him props for that. He out here working.
Well, yeah, I don't. Go ahead, do your shit. I wouldn't want you to miss out on your money. Like, it makes sense. Just go.
Yeah, take me home. I'm going home. Holla at me when you're done. Go work. I'm all for that.
Get it, and then it's fine. I'll just wait in the car. Already, I don't know if that sounds fucking insane.
Ma'am, it sounds insane.
Me to be saying it now, it just sounds crazy coming out of my mouth. But I don't know.
Why don't you have something to do? That's my question. Do you have nothing to do? You don't have anything to do.
Anyway, fast forward today. So we get some food. And then after that, he was like, I want to go in the mall. So we went in the mall. Like, oh, they got a sale, buy one, get one free on the candles. So we go in the candle store. I assumed like he was going to buy one and give me the free one. Maybe I'm crazy for assuming that he bought.
Yeah, you're crazy for assuming that. Clearly he does candles. Do you do candles, ma'am? You should have gone and purchased your own candle, and then maybe he would have said, here, let me get that for you. Anyway.
The 2 candles for him. And it's not even that big of a deal. I just thought, like, am I tripping for not tripping? You know, that's what I'm just trying to see. He was like, let's go in the shoe store. We went in the shoe store.
Honestly, this is the first date, though, y'all. Lest we not forget that. This is the first date. So why would anybody be buying you anything? I'm assuming he bought you lunch because she said lunch, right? So I take it back. No, he shouldn't be buying you no damn candle. Girl.
He ended up getting himself some shoes. At the end of him trying on his shoes, when he was about to get up and go pay, he was like, you see anything you like? But at that point, it's just like, you waited so long. I was just like, no. Like, I just didn't say nothing. And it wasn't even with an attitude or nothing. It was just like, I'm not really. And now I'm sitting in his car waiting for him. He said he's going to be done in like an hour and a half. And then he just texted me right now and said it might be a little bit longer because some shit happened. So
look at the background. You see like this pole up here. He looked like he might be doing some sort of factory work or line work or something, given this in the background and what you see in the back through the window a little bit. So it ain't even like she can get out and walk over to the thing, even though she can drive. But it ain't even like she could walk over to some place like the Chick-fil-A or the Wawa or something like that. So she definitely would have to, looks like, drive the car in order to get someplace. Girl, drive that damn car.
I'm like, bitch, how long you finna be sitting in this fucking car? Like, okay, I said an hour, hour and a half. What if this shit turned into 3 hours? And he did hint that earlier, like I could go drive his car, like to go, I don't know. Like, I'm dumb, all right? I'm dumb. I shouldn't even agree to this. Is this dumb?
Yes, it's dumb. Yes, it's dumb. Remember when they asked the question, how dumb are you? Well, there you go. Dumb enough that I will sit in a car for a man from a first date and wait for him to get off of work. Oh, I think I got that. Thank you, boo. That lip smack can get on my nerves. It absolutely does. And then think that what was supposed to happen. And then she's blaming him instead of saying, she kind of said blaming herself, but really she's still kind of blaming him. It's like, girl, if you don't go on somewhere, this is crazy. But nobody settles, y'all. These women do not settle, and they got more than you, sassy straights, and they gonna tell you what to do, all right? Shout out to, I'm gonna put her in Generation Z. I'm gonna put her in Generation Z. L after L after L. All right, moving on, child. So, oh Lord, StreamYard, act right. Hold on, y'all. Now she's not smarter than a 5th grader. Oh my God, I forgot about that show. Woo! Okay. Did he leave the keys? Well, since she said that she could go somewhere if she wanted to, I'm assuming that he did. Because I was thinking, well, what if it's hot? I hope you got the air conditioner on, but imagine having your car run all that time with the air conditioner on. You ain't gonna have no gas. Who wants that? That's not good for the car, right? I don't think it's good for the car. Rachel, thank you, boo. She said we didn't have pew pew school incidents. Not at all. Not at all. Thank the Lord. Praise the Lord. Or all these incidents, period, going on the way that they do. I'm just saying, simpler times, but I digress. We'll definitely keep roasting Generation Z. Don't even worry about it. All right, it says Arizona College of Nursing Student abruptly dismissed over single missed payment. Oh no. Oh no. Now we're missing payments, child. Now, I don't know if she's a Z or not, but she ain't X. That's for damn sure.
It was due on the 5th. They give you a 5-day grace period. But I ended up making my second payment this morning. I went to take my exam. And after my exam, my dean called me into her office. She brings the financial aid officer in. They're kicking me out of the program because I missed the second payment.
A nursing student was abruptly dismissed from the Arizona College of Nursing over a single missed tuition payment after making.
No, it sounds like it was 2. Hold on.
I missed my payment. It was due on the 5th. They give you a 5-day grace period. But I ended up making my second payment this morning. I went to take my exam. And after my exam, my dean called me into her office. She brings the financial aid officer in. They're kicking me out of the program because I missed the second payment.
A nursing student was abruptly dismissed from the Arizona College of Nursing over a single missed tuition payment. After making a long commute to the campus, the student was called to the dean's office and told she was no longer enrolled, leaving her devastated and struggling to accept the sudden loss. The sudden removal of the student highlights the growing tensions surrounding rigid tuition policies at for-profit nursing institutions.
Oh, yeah, she must be Z. They're talking about rigid policies. You mean to pay what you owe?
After arriving on campus, the woman was summoned to the dean's office.
All right.
I don't have anything for this. I don't even have the money. I'm trying to figure out ways that I can continue and finish for my family, for my boys, for my daughter. Like, nursing school takes a lot.
Her story literally brought tears to my eyes. If you haven't watched her video, she was saying that she had missed the second payment for her nursing program.
Hold on. Let me see if I can find this video because I'm tired of these people interrupting. Give me a second. Because, child, I need the story. Because, child, this sounds crazy. What is her name?
I don't even have the money.
Shanika Renee. Oh, Shanika Renee comes up. All right. Uh-oh. Now she done made it private. All right, I don't know if this is a whole thing from her. Let's see if that's what this is. She done made her page private now. Let's see.
They give you a 5-day grace. They give you a 5-day grace period. I missed my payment. It was due on the 5th. They give you a 5-day grace period. But I ended up making my second payment this morning. I went to take my exam. And after my exam, my dean called me into her office. She brings the financial aid officer in. They're kicking me out.
Guys, come on. This is a nursing student that I'm assuming she's a single parent. I'm trying to do better for her and her kids. She's behind on 2 payments, but she paid for 1 payment. They let her take the exam. When she took the exam, the dean called her in the office, told her that she's no longer in the nurses program. She's on here crying. Boo crying and says she's no longer in the program because she missed 1 of her payments. Is it something they could have done about that?
No. Y'all, see, you know, others will look at this differently. Every one of these things is a lesson that can be learned, but a lot of not y'all, but the trolls from earlier and the pro-blacks are just going to look at it like this is racism. This is responsibility. This is how finance works. You're not going to get a loan, a brand new loan, miss the first payment, and you think they're going to let you continue? That's just not how that works. That's just not how that works. So I don't know how a nursing loan or a nursing financial aid works. I don't know if it's the same as regular financial aid. I don't know. However, If you have to pay it back and you miss the first payment, like get a credit card. Get a credit card. Run it up, miss the first payment, see what happened. If they get by with the first, because she said she paid it on the 5th, I'm assuming she paid it 5 days late or 5 days after the 5th, and then you miss the second payment, see how long that credit card gonna stay open. See how long that credit card gonna stay open. Now isn't there something that they could do for her? Where is the disconnect with financial responsibility? I'm so confused. And when I'm talking about the community, shout out to everyone that is here, but I'm talking about the community right now, and people want to come at me like I'm saying something wrong. There are lessons to be learned. Y'all refuse to learn it because you focused on white people. And with your focus on white people, based off of what pro-blacks want you to be focused on, how does that help you financially? You still got the same people going through the same shit over and over and over again. Y'all not teaching them. Y'all not helping them. They not helping themselves. Let's not even start talking about the single motherism, of which it's a big problem in the community. But ignore that and focus on white people. Ignore trying to make sure you tell the kids you're a product of the environment of the people that you hang around in. Don't get pregnant. It's hard to have kids. It's hard to raise kids. It's expensive to raise kids. You ain't got shit. You already don't want to work, but then you want to get pregnant. Y'all don't want to get married, but y'all don't want to talk about it like we don't see it and we don't know what it is. And then when something happens, because it always does, inevitably something will happen, and stuff happens to all of us, regardless of whether people want to believe it or not. Then the answer is somebody should do something. You're right. The person responsible for it, or the person that they're with in their household, your husband, your wife, your significant other. Oh, but the community doesn't believe in all that. And y'all don't want to believe in all that. You'd rather focus on white people instead of trying to make sure that people don't follow spend debt and end up in jail. But say, but y'all used to do it too. Okay. And then y'all complaining that Generation X, who did used to listen to stuff like that, of which we did, but we also coupled up, we combined our resources and we made sacrifices in order to be where we are. Y'all don't want to hear none of that. You rather listen to that man say, who wants to work? Well, nobody wants to work, but if you don't work, you don't eat, you don't have. I know, crazy talk, right? Crazy talk. No. Financial literacy is important, but to push it off on schools, and I'm not saying that they shouldn't do something, but what they're not recognizing, the pros and the people saying that white people are the problem, is the fact that the school that you typically go to is going to be it's going to be white people. So you are complaining about them, calling them racist, but then you want them to teach your kids about financial literacy. You would rather allow them to bring in ABCDs into the school and teach drag in front of your young kids, not speak out about that, think that's important. And then when I'm like, well, no, y'all probably don't want this. You probably want to go ahead and bring God back into the school at minimum so they can have something to believe in and teach your own kids, because they're never going to teach it the way that you want to. But y'all trying to force people to do shit that you cannot force them to do, wasting time. Kids continue to suffer out here on the streets, beating up old people, taking them out. Y'all ain't got a problem with it because white people. Ciao. Thank you, TD. Thank you for another 5. He said, I think it's something she could do herself. She has to find another program and see if they take whatever credit she may have and go from there. And I don't disagree with you, but it's not going to happen immediately. And I'm pretty sure that that's what the problem is that they want it done now. And that's probably not an option. And she does have, she said boys, so more than one, and a girl. So she probably has at least 3 kids. I ain't here talking about no husband. Why everybody gotta be married? They don't. Fuck them. Don't. But, it's kind of better to have someone that you can lean on and depend on when things don't go the way that you expect them to, because that's called life. Nothing goes right all the time. Roll with the punches. Shout out to Generation X. Roll with the punches. Figure it out. All this, can somebody help her? Child, y'all go help her. I told y'all, I'm done giving money. I ain't got no time. No one is learning. They just expect people to get them out of every situation. No, I'm not. I got nothing but letting you know, for those that haven't gotten themselves in that situation, don't do it. That's all I got. What's it say? Locked and loaded. Thank you, hon. All them kids where your man at, hope you pay. Especially you got 3 kids. Probably nowhere to be found. A night Jay says, my husband and I had 3 roommates. We couldn't afford anything either. That's crazy talk, girl. That's just crazy talk. But it's always somebody should.
That's so sad. I pray, y'all. We need to pray. I pray that she get back into nursing school. She's trying to improve her kids, and they don't kick her out of school. Really? I just don't understand. Look like they could have had.
I'd be a little bit confused why they don't understand, because the trolls, I'm gonna keep referencing them. That's gonna say that they don't care about you. Donald Trump don't care about you. White people don't care about you. I'm not concerned with nobody caring about me. Y'all are concerned about that. But now, when the tables have turned, it's like somebody should be caring for that lady with the kids in the nursing school. Who? 1 minute is they don't care about you. Turn the tides is nobody cares. No, they don't. No, they don't. Why is this like breaking news at 11 or 1:47 p.m. on a Saturday? Anyway.
Maybe she didn't qualify for the aid for the school, but it seemed like to me, that dean or that darn thing, she was just hardest to me. And I know everybody don't know everybody's situation, but God, looked like they could have helped the girl or something. Let me know what you guys think. I don't know.
I was told that I needed to make my student loan payments. I missed the first payment because they decreased the hours. I gave birth the day of my final, and they
damn, she just goodbye. So she just had a baby. Child. So we just gonna continue to ignore this single motherism issue and problem to say that white people are the problem. You are in medical, or what school is it, child? Nursing school, having babies, child.
Had me retake the class. And I kept pushing through because I'm really resilient. So I've been pursuing this degree. I have 2 semesters left. Because of whatever new law that Trump had in place about nursing not being a professional degree, it puts a cap on how much you can take out in student loans in order to cover your degree. So for my child's behavioral therapy, and because they did that, I had to basically pay things out of pocket, pay for school because I have 3 children. Both of my boys are nonverbal. So if you're a special needs mom, you know what that means. I still push through and continue to focus on school because I'm almost done. And the quicker I finish, the better things will be for my family. My July payment was due on July 1st. Again, I pay for my kids' school and just for everything because of nursing school. I can't work full time. So, I'm sorry this is long, but I'm trying to say everything. So, I was told.
Ben Crump need to come on down here, and he need to
this is amazing.
Say that this is racism, so that she can start a GoFundMe and get $700,000, at least $100,000. What are we talking about, Nicole? This woman here got her loans cut off because she missed the first 2 payments, and she don't understand why. And they're saying that it's Trump's fault. And the person that posted this, I guess, says it was Trump and his administration. They're always changing laws because no other presidents ever changed laws. I bet they wasn't whining and crying when Joe Biden was up here talking about he trying to waive student loans, though. Now, all of a sudden, it's Donald Trump's fault. So she bears no responsibility with this whatsoever. She has no
This is amazing.
She has no responsibility for her life whatsoever. She has no responsibility for, she's going through nursing school, she just said, with no income coming in because it takes so much time that she can't really work. Find a way to blame Donald Trump every single time, child. And instead of, I mean, all these people are doing praying hands and everything, which is cool. This person said, it's absolutely not Trump's fault. He didn't change any laws regarding the cap on bachelors. It's always been 57,000. Private schools are always more than what the country allows for FAFSA. Child, I don't know. Because my student loans is paid off. You can keep that shit. I know that he capped something or whatever, but that has nothing to do with missing the payment. So they're just totally always going off to something that has nothing to do with this. It has to do with you missed your payment. So part of, I think, of what she's saying also, which I've said before with regard to student loans, is that when people get student loans, they always give you more than what you applied for or more than what the school is. It's definitely a trap. Because if you don't give it back or pay back on the loan and you take it, then that means you're going to still owe it. So they use that money to buy books and buy supplies, but they also use it to go on vacation, pay rent, buy food, F around. I promise you, anybody been to college that ever got a student loan, you know what I'm talking about. Been there, done that. You keep the money, you can use, you think it's free money, but you got to pay that shit back. Yes. Yes.
This video that really broke me this morning. A lady crying, being kicked out from nursing school because
have anything business. I don't even have the money. I'm trying to figure out ways that I can continue and finish for my family, for my boy, for my daughter.
Let's talk about that for one brief second. Like I've said, everybody want to have babies all on their own. They don't want to get together. They don't want to get married. They don't want to have a relationship. None of that. And then you never think about, God forbid, if something happens to the kid or something's wrong with the kid when they come out. And she said she has 2 nonverbal children. That has to be something. Nobody ever thinks that anything will ever go wrong, right? Kids are the most easiest thing to take care of and to be responsible for, and the cheapest things in the world, right? Let's not talk about that. That's not important. Let's just focus on, don't be around white people. Black people, if you haven't heard, you're not allowed to be around white people. Ever. Ever. Okay? Basically, it's boycott white people. It's boycott white people season. Oh my God. Oh shit. What you see, thank you so much for the flowers. I appreciate you, child. You can't make this shit up. Count Dracula in the house. Thank you so much. He says she has third and first 2 got problems shaking my head. Lay off the D. That's racist. Okay. That's just racist. Shout out to you. I appreciate it.
Nursing school takes a lot.
Her story literally brought.
Yeah. I missed my payment. It was due on the 5th. They give you a 5-day grace period. They're kicking me out of the program because I missed the second payment.
A nursing student was abruptly dismissed.
I love you so much. Did you know that your inner child...
Let's go back to this tab.
I'm going to use this comment because I genuinely think so. Because, you know, for me, it's very blunt, very surface level. I don't do the calculated little mind games. When I talked about what I talked about, and I got the comments that I got, a couple things stuck out to me. First of all, oh, you don't belong in healthcare. Honestly,
came across this video.
Hey, TikTok. This student nurse got kicked out of nursing school because of a late payment. As you see, she's crying here. People are trying to make it out here, and y'all not giving people no chance. You don't even know what she's going through, what her life struggles is, and y'all just canceling people just because y'all hungry for money. She trying to become a better person of herself, and they canceling people because they late on payment. Because of one missed payment, she got kicked out of nursing school. Are you fucking kidding me? One payment. It wasn't 2. It wasn't 3. It wasn't 4.
Ma'am, it was the first 2, but go ahead.
It wasn't 5. It wasn't 5 missed payments. It was 1 missed payment.
Now who thinks that if it was 5 missed payments that she should still be sympathetic like this? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it was only 5 missed payments. It was only 400 missed payments. That's all. Business is business, and you know where they would say, "Give me my money," if it was them in business, and somebody missed a payment on them. Didn't we just look at a last girl who I think she took that girl out over $15? I ain't hear no Black Lives Matter on that. That's on the blogs. You know, none of these pros is going to go to the blogs and tell them to not say anything. They just going to come over here and act like I'm doing something that's against Black people. When most of all the stories come from fucking blogs. But they're okay, though. They're okay. They're acceptable. TD, thank you so much, boo. I appreciate you again. He said, but the game with student loans was to get a degree and a career that affords you the ability to pay it off fairly easily. Again, these folks play too much and be failing open book tests. Oh my God, I haven't heard the term open book test in forever. Oh my God. I wonder how many open book test people have failed. I wonder if these people even know what an open book test is. Anyway, thank you, boo. I appreciate you. If you're still here, hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new.
America, we gotta do better. Yes. Yes, ma'am. We have to do better. 1 payment. And you canceled her. We have to do better. Again, I know I'm repeating myself, but we have to do better. You don't know.
Is she over here speaking French? We who? We. Who? Girl.
Okay, so I'll be on this app and I'll be seeing a lot of people crying about how they got kicked out of nursing school.
A lot of people? All right, girl.
I was told that I needed to make my student know. Both of my boys are nonverbal. So if you're a special needs mom, you know what that means.
Oh, we're excited.
So I ain't know I was.
There has been so many people that
my life just got. And I asked them and I said, okay, if I make my next 2 semesters payments,
Why? I'm getting Biggie Small vibes, child.
in full, will I be able to continue? They said they didn't know. They couldn't give me the number for my next 2 semesters. And I'm being honest, I don't have it. I don't have anything for this. I don't even have the money.
I'm confused, y'all. I don't want to interrupt. We might have part 2, the rest of it, but how is it that you're a family of 4 and she's not getting grants and
this is amazing.
And I don't know how nursing school works, so I don't know if it's different, but why is she getting like grants and tuition be paid and stuff like that? Like she doesn't have to pay it back. She a family of 4 and she says she ain't got no income. Something don't sound right. You know what I'm saying? Cheat sheets. I do remember cheat sheets, but you know what else I remember? Cliff notes. You could say you read the book, or you can read the book, or you could go get some Cliff notes. Then they be trying to ask you questions that aren't in the Cliff notes. Them teachers wasn't shit. They was paying attention. But yeah, she's a family of 4. Why is she having to pay anything?
I'm trying to figure out ways that I can continue and finish for my family, for my boys, for my daughter. Like, nursing school takes a lot, but the money on top of that is like, and I'm more emotional because I've put everything into this school, and I'm so close to being done, and to be put out for missing my second payment is so unfair to me.
No, sis, we're not going to sit here and do this. And this is the problem, sitting up here saying that it's not fair and you only. No, you missed both. You missed the first and you missed the second. You paid it late, but you still missed it. That's not a good track. You're not a good credit risk. You're not a good credit risk. This is as soon as the payments were due. But nobody wants to hear that part.
and I'm so close to being done, and to be put out for missing my second payment is so unfair to me. For me to get kicked out, I understand if I would have got kicked out because of my grades, because I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do, but I've been pushing, and for me to get put out because I missed the second payment.
Imagine saying, I got put out because I missed the second payment. Where are we living right now, y'all? Where are we living? I'm confused. People now believe that they can borrow money and pay it back whenever they feel like it. So people think that when you sign the promissory note, because typically you sign a promissory note and it says, this is what you borrowed, this is what the interest is, this is the interest rate, and this is what your payments are, and this is how many months. They think that's a joke? Do they think that's written in invisible ink? Do they not understand that that means you are agreeing to pay this back starting this date? And even though she may be having her issues or whatever, if she just had a baby, I'm still on the type of time of where the hell your baby daddy at? And how come he not helping you? But again, the community doesn't want to talk about things. The community doesn't want to talk about things that actually need to be talked about to help said community. They would just rather say that y'all got to boycott white people. All right. Let me make sure I keep letting y'all know. Word on the curb, black people, boycott white people.
Thanks for the tip.
Because basically that's what that means. I'm just flabbergasted in 2026, going into 2027, that people are still acting like they are in charge and are barely in charge of their own lives. That they can dictate terms of shit that they have absolutely no authority over. And thinking that getting up on the internet and a bunch of people saying this is not right makes it going to change. It's not going to change. You don't understand money. Many black people do not understand money and finance. I've said it 1,000,001 times, but I'm crazy, right? I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't want to help nobody. Child, you don't want to help yourself. But then you think everybody's supposed to feel sorry for you. Get Ben Crump to come over here. Get him to come over here and talk to her, speak to her, and get a GoFundMe going. Because I'm tired of people making fun of those of us who chose to hold back, who chose to get married, who chose to have children, who chose to say, we're not going to do this because of that, and even struggled and even didn't have enough money, but still persevered, still stayed together, still raised these damn kids, and still came out pretty much on top at the end of the day. For these people to be saying that we did something wrong to them, you're doing wrong to yourself. Is this new news that being a single mom is probably not the best thing around here? Is it new news that when you borrow money, you have to pay it back? Imagine, y'all, we've all watched gangster movies, right? Godfather and The Sopranos. Imagine that you borrow money from Tony Soprano and you miss the first payment. What y'all think gonna happen? Imagine if even in Power and Kanan gave you something on credit and you missed the first payment. What y'all think gonna happen? You missed the second payment. What y'all think gonna happen? So we really gonna act like we don't know what the hell is going on here? Just because she's crying and she's a single mom, all knowledge, all brain power goes out the window? Oh my God. TD. Stream sponsor. Thank you so much, hon. He said Cliff Notes was the lick, and it was. You just had to be able to afford it because my mother was not buying no Cliff Notes. Let me tell you something. So I had to work to get that shit. Or me and my friends was sharing the Cliff Notes because we was all in the same. We was all in the same class. You just had to skim the story and then piece the rest together from the Cliff Notes, also known as you had to do some work. Little work, but yes, because you couldn't get everything from the Cliff Notes. Shout out to Cliff Notes. They was a savior. They was a savior. Thank you so much, hon. Deetra says, you're right. I didn't think about that. She knew when she was filling out that paperwork she couldn't pay. Listen, I think a lot of people do know that they really can't afford things. They just think they're going to get away with it. Just like we used to watch people try to hide their cars when repossessions were high. I'm still sure that they're high now, but they really was high coming out of the damn pandemic. People was hiding their cars. You get all those things you signed on the dotted line. So to say that it's not fair, maybe it's not fair, but you agreed to the unfairness of it all. You know what I'm saying? But nobody ever says that that's what it is. You can't You can't emotional people out of their responsibility. That is what is wrong with this whole ass Tide Pod, lazy ass generation. You make excuses for them. They feel like they don't have to do anything because somebody is going to come and save them. And lo and be fucking hold, ain't nobody coming to save them. It's a disservice to think that grown adults get absolved just because they're young or they have kids. That is not an excuse. Yeah, the repo man will be in business forever for sure.
By a few days is one of the worst feelings in the world. And it hurts even more because for as long as I can remember, every single time I tried to go to school, if it wasn't my parents not having good credit and I couldn't get a parent plus loan, if it wasn't because I maxed out financial aid, I'm always in this position and I've come so far and I'm so close.
Yeah, she's telling on herself. She doesn't have good financial literacy. She doesn't. And it looks like her parents don't have it either. But all parents aren't going to sign for no damn parent loans because they put their name on the dotted line. Plus, if their credit sucks, then that's the end of that too. Right. Uncle Rick, as y'all say all the time, rule number one of being a man, no one is coming to save you. But these people think that who's going to come to save these people? Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody. So why y'all always think that doing this stuff by yourself and being a single mom is some sort of a badge of honor and it's so cute and it's so funny until it's not, and then the whole world is supposed to come and save you? No, it don't work that way. It does not work that way. It's not about non-compassion. It's not about anything other than you want to take on these types of responsibilities, then you need to make sure that you can care for them. Everybody makes mistakes, and guess what? Everything is going to go wrong at some point. Everything, life is not a box of chocolates. Something is always going to be happening. So you need to be prepared for what comes next. All of us here in this house, all of us in all of y'all's houses, because they just think that just because we don't get up on this internet and whine and cry about our problems means that we don't have any, or we think we're better than anyone else. That has nothing to do with it. Generation X was raised on, you figure the fuck out. You get out there and figure it out. You got McDonald's money? You better go get some. And it wasn't about stealing. You got to work. You have to figure it out. There's plan A, plan B, plan C. What's for the future? You want to do it by yourself? You get the opportunity to do it by yourself. But when somebody says that they're married, y'all want to make fun of people. You'll pick me, you'll marry me. Oh, okay. But I ain't on this internet crying. It's nice to have somebody to depend on. Y'all want to act like men are the worst thing in the world. You don't like them, you're misandrous. That's fine. Everybody don't feel that way. I guess that's in the code too. I don't know. Tadisha, I don't know if she's still here. Shout out to Tadisha though. Shout out to Rachel for another 5. I appreciate you. She says, being a single mom and going to college don't go together. Get your priorities straight. Shaking my head. Rachel, honestly, something don't sound right here. If she is if she's a family of 4 and she not getting financial aid and grants where she don't have to pay it back, something don't sound right. And it could quite possibly be that she didn't apply for it, maybe. I don't know. I haven't done FAFSA in a long time. And then they not going to correct her because if they're going to get some money and some interest, you think they care? They don't care. They're going to be like, all right, girl, here you loan. And then here the overage. Pay it all back.
For as long as I can remember, every single time I tried to go to school, if it wasn't my parents not having good credit and I couldn't get a parent plus loan, if it wasn't because I maxed out financial aid, I'm always in this position and I've come so far and I'm so close. And I'm making this video because I don't know. I don't even know if I can post it. I just know that I can't. This is the only thing I could do. I don't know if I should create a GoFundMe. I don't know.
So GoFundMes are the answers to everything, y'all. She's either a Z or a lower end millennial. She's talking about creating a GoFundMe. So Generation Z wants to brag about everything that they are, and their answers are to create a GoFundMe. So it's in essence dry begging. It's beg talk again, which I think they banned beg talk, but it's still begging. It's crazy. But boycott white people, y'all. Boycott white people. That's the most important thing. Instead of trying to help a whole bunch of people that clearly need some financial literacy in their life and need to be hired in some places and need to understand how loans work, how credit works.
Know that I can't stop where I am because of my children. Because of my boys and my daughter, I can't. I've come so far and I've given so much to the school. And no one consoled me. No one told me that it was going to be okay. And I asked them and I said, oh, cool. And no one consoled me. No one told me that it was going to be okay. And I asked.
No one consoled me? It said consulted, but I think she said consoled me and told me that it was going to be okay. That's what a significant other is for. That is what, probably not Uncle Rick. I haven't even been on Instagram that much. I'll look for it though. When you have someone to console you, the community makes fun of you for that. When you have someone that supports you, the community makes fun of you for that. When you have someone that's there for you, that's next to you, that helps you, that comes to you when you're on the side of the road, the community makes fun of you for that. Because that makes sense, right? And then when you get that negativity for something that should be positive, you then take stuff like this and say that you're wrong for talking about her. I'm talking about what she's talking about. I'm saying that this needs to stop. And then y'all gonna act like I'm saying something wrong. Again, she put the shit out here. This is a lesson to be learned. Y'all don't even want to hear that. No, it's not my job to pay for nothing for nobody. It's not my responsibility. My responsibility is to my family. My responsibility is to my children and grandchildren. It's not my responsibility to her. There's too many people that think just putting up a GoFundMe is supposed to cover everything. And then when they see, I guess, GoFundMes with the tragedies that happen and they get in 500,000, 600, 700,000, that's just supposed to be the way. That's supposed to be the answer. So instead of focusing on the community and teaching stuff about literacy, loans at this point, student loans, like all this student loan shit that we just sat through with Joe Biden. And I'm not talking about her, but in general, there's plenty of people that are still taking out student loans. After all that, still taking out student loans. How? If they're the devil, they ain't no good, they're too expensive, the rates are high, the payments are high, it's not worth it. Why still take them out? Because we got to go to school. Well, what are you going to school for? Are you sure what you're going to school for is worth it? Because if not, once you got to pay that back, no one's going to care. We all got problems. We all got issues, but you just don't care about ours because we don't show them off. Thank you, D-Rock, for the gold coin. Because we don't come on the internet and talk about them. Everybody got issues. Everybody has problems. You can do better for yourselves. Soon as you say something, y'all don't want to hear it. I don't know what the hell these people want me to say. The help that you're getting is me telling you this shit don't work. And then when I give you a solution, that's racist, he's racist, she's racist, you don't know, why don't you help? You're not helping, you're talking about the community, what do you think? I tell you what I think, you still mad. I don't give a fuck about pleasing the unpleasable. The unreasonable are gonna be unreasonable, just like a racist is gonna be a racist. So I don't care. Because if I came out here and was whining and complaining, thank you LOCD and Locked and Loaded for the flowers. If I come out here and say something of which I would never do that, y'all wouldn't give a fuck. So where is it that I'm supposed to give a fuck? I've given all I could give. Just because it's not these people don't mean that I haven't given. I still don't see where those who have received ever give back. It always seems like it's more complaining. It's more, I want more free stuff. Gun B, thank you for the silver stars. I appreciate you, boo. Always want more. And then y'all, black people, listen, you fall for these things and every single time. And then 1 second it's an act, next second it's not, next second it's not right, next second it's Donald Trump's fault, next second it's my fault, next second it's this, it's that. Where is the responsibility and the accountability to say, I fucked up and I need to do better. Let me go figure out what the hell I need to do. And why is it that it's never in these situations, where are these children's fathers at? Not necessarily saying that they're supposed to help her out with this shit, but y'all get them to make them damn payments or ask for them to help you. But to be up here with total strangers thinking that we're supposed to do what? They put this shit out here. Whoever said that last week, that I think it was Reaper, that TikTok has been the worst thing for women in the world because you put all your damn business out here. You put all your damn business out here. Expecting what? I don't know. You found your tribe of people that are in the same situation. Y'all all struggling. And you think that someone is supposed to then just say, poor thing, poor thing. You are an adult. Captain Cold-Blooded, I like that. Thank you for the Jules. I appreciate you. Never give. You need to be held accountable. You cannot take out a loan and miss the first payment, y'all. You just can't do it. You can't do it. You cannot do it. Every time enough people talk, I know, because that's my sector in life, that y'all don't know shit about money. And until enough black people, plenty of black people know about money and how it works, how to utilize it, how to save it, how to make it, it's going to continue to be a struggle. Because to complain about the government and then ask for the government's help is wild. It's crazy. To talk and complain about white people and then go to work for the said white people is crazy. So clearly y'all ain't learned this lesson. You can come out here on this internet and say whatever you want about something disparaging, like, I'm gonna just sum it up and say it as boycott white people. And then when whoever may find out and then take it to your job, and then your job come through and say, child, we not for this shit. Just like that white racist that Fawcett did, if y'all didn't see it, who was out here talking about what him and his friends allegedly do to black people, black boys specifically, down in Mississippi. And he was out there confessing and professing, child, racist as fuck. Found his job and he ain't working no more. Found his job and he ain't working no more. So y'all think that that can't happen? That can't happen with y'all? That's what y'all want to do? That's what you're going to put your hat on? Okay. Okay, whatever you want. But for those that want to blame Generation X, I tell you, I think we got a lot more solutions than enough of these Gen Zers yet again. And to just blame us for all of y'all's issues is wild. And let's see if that does anything for you moving forward. I'm thinking it probably don't, it won't, but you know, blame your moms. I don't know what else to tell you. Count Dracula says, give her GoFundMe money to spend money on nonsense and not tuition. I'm not giving money to, not a BBW, child. Stop this. Thank you, boo. Thank you, boo. I appreciate you. I mean, all these stories that we see, nobody seems to be learning a lesson from it. Nobody. And the funny part about it is that all this shit is right on the damn blogs, but then I'm the issue because I'm talking about what these people put out into the ether and what blogs post, but I'm the problem. Sounds again like more non-accountability. Y'all like it? I love it. Anyway, what is it? Almost 3.5 hours, y'all. It is 2:20. I got to find something to eat as per usual, fold some clothes and get to Dollar General. But I appreciate all of y'all for being here and for helping out today. Shout out to TD Stream Sponsor. I appreciate you, hun. Shout out to everybody that donated. Shout out to the mods doing the damn thing. I appreciate you. Shout out to the trolls because all views matter. Shout out to all of y'all that hung in there. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. Hype this daggone video. I see you all in the next.